Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 41 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Alright, so back to the Shrine of Judgment we go. It is time to begin another class trial, after I talk to everyone.
Everyone!
Is everyone ready? Not like we have choice, right? You are quick to understand. It's as though Monokuma has you trained.
What?
We got nothing to worry about, right assholes? We'll figure out the culprit, won't we?
Don't worry.
Of course, we don't need to worry. The top suspect is super obvious this time.
Hey!
Right, Himiko? How dare you bully Himiko, you degenerate? You want me to Aikido chop your head off, huh?
Wait,
That's not even Aikido anymore, is it?
either way.
This matter will be discussed in due time. You should save your arguments until then.
That's right.
Yeah, let's put an end to this at the class trial.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, so I do my usual talking to everyone and then we start.
Certainly.
Himiko's so suspicious. She's gotta be a red herring, right? But I don't even know where to start unraveling the truth. I should have played more point-and-click adventure games. Kokichi.
Alright!
This case will be so easy, especially with how obvious the top suspect is. Right, Himiko? I hear males pick on girls like they like to get their attention, which means Kokichi must like Himiko.
Oh?
Huh? How'd you know? Actually, why don't we focus on the class trial and save that conversation for later? This is turning out to be not so boring after all. Gunter? Gunter, not wanna suspect friends. Thank you for being so brief, Gunter. We have nothing to worry about.
Cause Atua is watching over us.
Atua sees all. His divine deduction will solve this mystery right away. Okay, mute.
Hey!
Detective Dumbass, you've pinpointed a possible culprit, right? Kaito?
Listen up.
Shuichi, before we head over there, let me give you some advice. Here are the sidekick. If you want to give up, wait until after you've done everything you possibly can.
Of course.
Wait, no, that's still not good. Okay, I won't forgive you if you give up. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, I got it, Kaido. He's right. I can't give up. I made a promise to Kaede. That's actually really funny.
Say.
This murder was also triggered by Monokuma's motive, was it not? Which means there is a reason the culprit was desperate to live, yes? And Ryoma, who became the victim, had no reason to live, correct? What are you implying?
If so...
To kill because you have a reason to live, to die because you have no reason to live. Which, I wonder, is correct?
Jeez.
You're thinking too hard about it. Living things just gotta live. Anyway, no matter what happens to us, we gotta live.
Right?
Yeah, you don't really need a reason to live. That's just the icing on the cake. A reason to live. Interesting. Maki.
Well,
I love saying it how the game says it. Sorry, but I don't know anything. If you think a child caregiver can solve a murder case, then we're all in trouble. Okay, and if I can just get Kurumi, there we go.
do you agree?
This matter will be discussed in due time. We should save our arguments until then. Okay, she said the same thing. Himiko.
Really?
This whole thing is shaking like a big old vibrator. Himiko's scared, poor little thing. Quit looking at Himiko like some kind of degenerate male. Alright, two more. There we go. I did not calculate that we would gather here under these circumstances again. What would Kaede say if she saw us right now? And Tenko.
No.
Himiko is not the culprit. No way, no how. I know Himiko better than anyone. I know all her secrets. I know her gender, her height, her hair color, and even her height. None of those are secrets. Alright, and Monokuma statue. Rumble, rumble. The door appeared before us with pomp, as if sending heroes off to war. After a pause, we all stepped toward the door. We were silent. All I could hear was our unsteady breathing, just as we passed through the door. It started up again. Normally, I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive to it now. Each of us felt the trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still. Without sure footing, I'm positive I would have fallen as well. My breathing was becoming more ragged, my heart pounded harder and harder, just when I thought I would pass out from the nerves. The elevator came to a stop. But this wasn't the end. No, it was only just beginning.
Welcome!
You've hopelessly arrived once again. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a monument. Actually, we're the ones who used the exocells to build this courtroom. But Father just took all the credit.
Wonderful.
But I am happy to be used as a slave by Father.
What are you saying?
You idiots are really committing to this henchman bit.
They're so cute.
You guys are just so cute that I can't help working you to the bone. You put a lot of elaborate detail into this courtroom. Almost like it's for show.
Oh?
For show, huh? That's an interesting way to put it. Is this just for show? Are you showing this to the people outside and... Those people aren't with us, so you don't need to worry about them. Get it? They're not with us, as in they're no longer with us? You know what I mean?
Hey,
In other words, you 13 are the only ones left in the world. Now, show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives. Then, the class trial began. Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. After falling from his former glory, he told us he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us, to get out of here with us. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have been a little stern, but he wasn't a cold man at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I want to believe that's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. But if this is where I find the truth, I won't avert my eyes anymore. This is the wish she entrusted to me. I will find the truth to get out of here with everyone, alive. I'm going to survive. I can't die here in order to keep my promise to her. I know I keep changing my voices, but yeah, I will fight. I will fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. Yeah, I keep changing voices. Technically, I should be reading that like Shuichi, but oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and save. You can see how I'm recording with my dates and times. Alright, Chapter 2. A thin line divides heaven and hell. Tragedy strikes during Himiko's magic show, and Ryoma is killed. Shuichi must now complete the new trial to fulfill Kaede's request. Wish? Okay, that's it. So we've already done our skills. I just want to point out also, it might be worth taking off this one, Clear Mind, and I'll show you why, but look, it's not so critical. It is related to the platinum, but it's not so critical. It's up to you though, it should be fine. Alright, begin class trial, let's go.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me!
Huh? I'm not interrupting you! Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious. Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all. Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession. Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I suspected. The others suspect Himiko. As I expected, sorry, not suspected. But I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Alright, awesome. We get to do our first part of the trial. Now, just quickly, I'm going to pause here in a moment, hopefully. Yeah. In the previous trials, we learnt about how there are things known as back routes, and this very first part of the trial actually has a back route. Now, when I did the first trial, I showed you the normal route and then I showed you the back route. This time for this trial, there are two back routes, and I'm just going to show you the back routes. I'm not going to show you the normal routes. The reason I'm going to do that is because the back route actually, for both of them, pretty much just has like a little bit of extra dialogue and then kind of like syncs up again with what you would get if you just went the normal route anyway. So there's no real point in me showing you the normal route if the back route shows you that part anyway. So I'm just going to go with that. So for this one, I will say, I'll let it play out and I'll tell you what the normal route is and then I'll do the back route. So let's have a look.
Blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Ah, and he was eaten alive!
Eaten to bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
We heard you the first time, Titless. No one cares.
Alright, so Ryoma's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death. Alright, so if we go into our menu here, you've got Monokuma File 2. The victim is the Ultimate Tennis Pro Ryoma Hoshi. The victim's body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained. So, what you would normally do is you use the Monokuma File on Kokichi's statement of and he was eaten alive. No, he wasn't eaten alive. He was eaten dead in a sense. So in order to do the back route though, we actually need to agree with Himiko about the fact that it wasn't a trick. So you use water tank trick, you change that into a lie, it becomes there was no trick, and that way you can agree with Himiko. So let's do that. And then somehow it kind of all lines up. So we'll skip here. Hang on, let me put it on the right one. Crap, damn it.
After that, the time ran.
Okay, water tank trick.
Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
I got one. I got two. So that's the one you would normally agree with. This one might be a little bit tricky. Okay, here we go.
The underwater escape was no trick.
1, 2, hold, lie, and fire. Nice. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to figure out like the order, so hang on.
Maybe Himiko is right. The underwater escape might be real magic.
What I did there was I fired my silencer to get rid of the noise, then I held R1 to use my focus gauge to slow down time, then I held triangle to change the bullet from a truth bullet to a lie bullet, and then I aimed and fired and released. Alright, so maybe Himiko's right, the underwater escape might be real magic.
Because from what I've seen, there is no trick or gimmick in that tank.
Yeah, see? Shuichi agrees. There's no trick. It's magic.
Himiko, why do you look so surprised?
Wait up, Shuichi. Why are you trying to white knight your way into Himiko's heart? Just so you know, Himiko has already chosen me as her one and only soulmate.
That certainly was not my intention.
But if that trick was actual magic, then I'm more inclined to believe she's the culprit.
If you can perform mysterious miracles, couldn't you have just swapped places with Ryoma? What? No, wait. Ryoma couldn't have been killed by the piranhas. Because the piranhas I used in my show are special. They only eat dead flesh.
Only dead flesh?
That is a new fact.
What the? Are you just pretending to be nice to Himiko so she'll tell us the truth?
No, that's not it.
But Himiko's information was useful. Ryoma was not killed by the piranhas. There's one more piece of evidence we have that proves that too.
Huh? Are you sure it wasn't the piranhas? We saw Ryoma reduced to bones. He totally died from all the piranhas' chops, right?
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas.
Okay, so just quickly, if you were to use a truth bullet, this is the line that you'd get immediately after using the truth bullet on Kokichi's statement about he was eaten alive. So that lie bullet just gave us a bit of extra dialogue. So yep, let's keep going.
The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
So what?
Did she screw up that line? Let me hear it again.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
Yeah, she said a G-generate.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
Yeah, very slightly screwed up that line. That's okay.
Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him.
I'm one to talk. Oops, sorry, right.
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started, during the show, after the piranhas dropped. So it's definitely not this one. I don't know if he would have been able to drown in 60 seconds, so it has to be before the show started.
That's it!
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes, by that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead. Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Shut up.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secrets behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. 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 Magic!
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. Okay, another time to figure out how this works. So because of the back route, this is actually not too difficult. But let's listen to what they have to say.
Did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Maybe there were two Himikos. And one of them was Tsumugi in disguise.
Hey, my costumes aren't disguises.
That's right. There was a similar water tank in Himiko's lab. If I remember my investigation, there was some trick to the tank. Alright, so if we actually go into the same one, you can actually see the secret hatch, which is Maki's agree point, so let's do that.
Himiko escaped the water tank.
Not too hard, that one.
Nah, she...
The game does a good job of like giving you a few easy ones every so often, but some of them,
The curtain covering the tank
occasionally there's a stretch, but that's how it goes. Gotta be careful. Alright, here we go. Please hit. Okay, I just got a regular agree, but that'll work. I agree. Shuichi got consent.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength! No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
She kind of said it again.
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Alright, time for a rebuttal showdown. We just have to cut her words. I'll cut through your words. Let's pay attention.
The side of the tank being open doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I'll cut through your words.
There wasn't water everywhere, but the staircase was wet.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch, meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase? His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Behold, the magnificent underwater escape.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No, magic had nothing to do with it. Hang on. No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. She never went into the water? No. She dried up quickly. True, somehow, but she did change her uniform.
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I have another question. Where are the clothes that she changed out from?
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Okay, and where's the towel?
Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair.
In which case you guys should have noticed that.
But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Maybe.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
Huh? Like a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Probably several times.
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
Except for the fact that even though Ryoma is so tiny, Himiko is also tiny, and Ryoma is dead, how the hell would she have had enough strength to move dead weight? Especially in that position.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die. So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
Alright, here we go. Another thing.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
I didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist! She's not lying! She's not a con artist and she doesn't have donkey lips!
It is possible that Himiko and Ryoma switched places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point. Yes, indeed. I don't know who said it, but Gonta, I think it was Kokichi again, Gonta actually did see what happened during the magic show, and when the timer hit 20 seconds, Gonta went up on top of the stage. No one was in the tank during that time. Gonta didn't notice Ryoma inside the tank until after the piranhas were released. So if we, we speed things up.
Himiko was escaping the tank. She dragged out the body hidden in the stairs. And simply switched places with it.
Keep going.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It
occurred in the middle of the show.
Should be
when the tank was
now.
So basically, no one saw
Okay,
anything.
get rid of this. Crap. Okay, just barely got it. No, that's wrong.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that's actually a great clue, because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point, for the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then, Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? Okay, so I think, like, in my opinion, this part, or this one, is one of the more obvious things that probably most players will notice straight away, but
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
we'll see.
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Okay, so why was he not eaten by the piranhas, even though he was in the same tank? There was one piece of evidence at the crime scene that might explain it. Okay, yes, that was actually kind of weird that he said that there. I guess it was like a hint. So it says, a square glass pane that was at the bottom of the piranha tank where Ryoma's body had appeared. The other bits of glass were shattered, but this pane remained perfectly square. So if you remember, let me just put that there. If you remember, someone was saying that the piranha, I think it was Angie, that the piranhas looked like they had multiplied overnight, but that's not the case. They were just crammed over to one side because this square glass pane was separating them. Okay.
Piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
Oh,
But if the body and piranhas were...
take that. Gotcha.
I agree.
Alright, let's see what they have to say about it.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
And that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... I actually don't know who's supposed to be speaking there. I think it's Shuichi. The bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. Huh? Huh?
No. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
You know what, I'm going to quickly mention this. Ryoma's body here, is that supposed to be his legs at the front and his like hands are like underneath his legs? Because that's not how he was positioned, but it's just like, I feel like it's one of those images that you look at and it's like, no, actually those are like, he's got like little praying mantis blades. I can't think of what they're called right now, but yeah, it's like my whole life is a lie. Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
How could you hide a body like that?
How was the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? Alright, so now, a little bit annoying, but we have to select crammed piranhas. What exactly was obscuring the body from view? Piranhas that ate Ryoma. Before the magic show, Angie said it looked like there were more piranhas compared to when she prepared for the show the night before. So confirm?
This is it! It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
That's actually really clever.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful. Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
With this much evidence, it seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What a petty-ass god!
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart!
That's what Atua said anyway.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard School or something?
Nuh-uh, not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Eh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up this scene. And that is yesterday, before nighttime. This one is too soon. This one, I think it's to do with the nighttime rule, but we'll figure it out later. Yesterday before nighttime.
That's it!
It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
Oh, wait. How do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
That's a new insult.
The bitchlet?
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
No, she means the alarm!
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
So
So
stupid.
the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. Alright, so let's figure out... Actually, I'm gonna have to read this one because I can't remember. What clue helps determine when Ryoma was killed? The last person who saw Ryoma was Gonta. It was around 8 PM last night. Mew also saw Ryoma 30 minutes before that. Alright, so yeah, the answer, or the truth bullet you need to pick is witnessing Ryoma. That's how you can narrow it down. We need to know how long he survived.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so... Gonta think that was maybe 8 PM?
If he was last seen at 8 PM and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, Mew, and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise!
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh wait, I remember now. I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm
No
not
way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Oh no, the mass panic debate is going to start. That's what you're thinking, right? Well, you're exactly correct, buddy, but let me give you another tutorial first. The mass panic debate, this time around, will have loud voiced dialogue. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shut 'em up with the X button's silencer. After that, all the arguments will be audible again. Then you just shoot the truth bullet at the weak spot. You know the drill. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for your understanding. Alright, so basically one of them is going to get really loud. You're going to have to shoot it with the silencer and then fire the truth bullet. So let's try and pay attention as much as possible.
I was running away from Gonta!
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated to catch my pervert! Filthy male pervert!
What's Maki's
That was
alibi?
5
Then
minutes
right before
9
nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
Okay, so Kibo is saying, did you not stay in the gym? And we need to go, or we need to pick one of our truth bullets, because it happens exactly as Kaido yells, and I knocked it down, but I didn't use the bullet yet. I need to sort out everyone's statements, just like Kaede did. I need to calm down, focus on one at a time. Alright, so if we have a look at our things, we'll see Kokichi's account says, immediately after Kokichi left the Ultimate Entomologist lab at 9 PM last night, he was called by Gurumi in the entrance hall. He stayed with her until 10 PM. After that, he went to the dorms and returned to the Ultimate Entomologist lab at 11 PM. He saw the figure of a girl in lingerie wandering around the courtyard a few times. And what was it? Did not stay at the gym. I actually can't remember
What is your alibi?
what the reason is, but we'll find out in a moment.
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Pervert! Filthy male pervert!
And right before nighttime, I got
Did you really leave the gym at 9?
Okay, here we go.
Are you sure you did not stay at the
No.
gym?
Shoot, 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 shoot. Hold this. Fire. You serious? Are you serious? Did I... somehow I got it.
I heard it!
Gave me just long enough. I just barely missed with the focus gauge.
No, I think Hirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, that's why. So even though it was Kibo making the claim, he was directing it at Kurumi, and so Kokichi's account helps prove that that was correct. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 PM. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking, then finally let me go at 10 PM, when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour? Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half. So ridiculous.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
One person can be eliminated as suspect according to Kokichi. He must be talking about the figure he saw. They certainly would have an alibi. We need to pin down who that was. Alright, this is a tricky one. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Mew's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... So it's a bit tricky, but Gonta, Kokichi said he saw a half-naked girl, and Gonta said that that Mew used her secret woman weapon. So the answer is Mew.
That's it!
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? Mew?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec, since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked?
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gonta see Mew, but Gonta's face get red hot, so Gonta could no bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? No, she used her, what she call it, secret woman weapon, and then... well... I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Well, because,
I'm pretty stacked, so...
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches!
And there you
Anyway,
go.
I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling. So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it. I show my panties to the boys all the time. And I mean all the time. So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me
gosh.
in your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Okay, we're closing in on the halfway point for this trial, so I might just go a little bit longer because we're almost there.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Alibis for yesterday has been recorded in the monopad.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Actually, no, I'm gonna stop because I don't know exactly how much longer. It could be like 5 more minutes, so I'll keep it here, even though the next episode's gonna have the intermission pretty soon into it, but I think it just makes sense to leave it like that, otherwise it'll go too long. Alright, so for now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 41 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.